Good day, everybody. Welcome. I'm Cheryl, Yoga in Small Spaces, and we are on day 13 of my 28-day somatic journey. I can't believe it. I'm almost halfway there. I said that too yesterday, but I'm really proud of myself to sticking to this and sharing this with all of you because I just think it's such an amazing practice to incorporate in your daily routine, or even if it's like 3 to 4 times a week, even 1 to 2 times a week. It's just something that's really cool that we can discover about ourselves by just such a simple practice. Today I'm going to focus on 2 movements. The first one is actually more like a pranayama. It's a meditation. Is our Ajna meditation. Ajna is our third eye of our chakras, the 6 out of the 7. And then the other one we're going to focus on is called Snake Dance. So the Somatic Movement Flow Snake Dance. And Snake Dance is basically different ways. It's always like an enhancement of a cat and cow, where we can move and position our body in 4 different ways to move the spine in a cat and cow. So we're going to start off with the Ajna meditation, just because it's a nice way of kind of getting rid of mental chatter. It helps bring us in tune with our parasympathetic nervous system. So if you feel like you're rushing all over the place, you need just to come to center, become more grounded. It's a beautiful meditation to bring nice grounding. What's really nice about our third eye is, or when we kind of focus more within, third eye or brain, around our brain, it can enhance our intuition and connection with our higher self. So kind of more observance of ourselves individually, either mentally, physically, it's emotionally, which I always think emotion can be clumped with mental, but that's just my thought. So we're going to come to a seated position. And just a little bit more information before moving into the Ajna meditation. There's this gland in the center of our brain. So kind of like when we think of our third eye, but further back going towards the center of the brain, it's called the pineal gland. So our pineal gland is kind of what we're focusing in, drawing in towards. And the third eye is because we're going to be focusing in around this area, like the brain, for this meditation. What's really nice about the pineal gland is it helps secrete melatonin. So it's really good way of bringing balance of our circadian rhythm for sleep. So, but you can do this at any point of the day because it just brings more connection and with you, with your mental state of mind. It can help with focus and awareness also. So, okay, here we go. So coming to seated, if you're not already, because I already told you to. Just find a really nice, comfortable position. And just with a little pre-check, just noticing mentally what's going on in the mind. Is there one thought? Is there 2, 3, or more? And then just noticing how you're feeling physically. Allowing the forehead to soften, eyes and jaw soften. Allowing the shoulders to relax away from the ears. Seeing if you can allow yourself to be more lengthened through the spine, but where you still have a nice ease of the breath. You're not going so straight that it's hard to let the breath flow. And choosing where you want the hands. For myself, I'm actually just wanting to have my hands cupping each other in front of my pelvis. But if you want the hands, palms down on the legs or palms up. And get you to bring attention just between the eyebrows. It's what we call the third eye, just a little bit above. And see if you can just dive in like a visual awareness, a visual practice of seeing if you can go kind of draw a line from between the eyebrows with the third eye is a little bit more directly within the brain, centering into the brain. And just find that location. And then see if you can visualize. If you're a visual learner, this is easier. If you're not, it can be a little bit more difficult, but don't put any stress on yourself in doing this. But just see if you can visually imagine and sense the base of your skull that goes around the brain. I want you to fully exhale. And on a breath in, visualize a beautiful light purple mist coming in through the nose, traveling to the center of the brain. And on the exhale, allow that mist to go up around the center of the brain, the pineal gland, up to the base of the skull. And then you can visualize the mist starting to envelop the brain. Inhale some more mist. Exhale round the pineal gland to the base of the skull, the top of the head, and then spreading around your beautiful brain. We're going to sit in silence for about 8 to 10 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in the mist, allowing it to shower around your brain. Continuing in silence. I have 2 more breaths, inhaling that beautiful light purple mist. Exhaling. Breath in and breath out. Slowly open the eyes. Just notice how you're feeling after it's about a minute of breath work, a little bit more. Moving on to our somatic movement flow snake dance. If you're seated cross-legged, you can stay right here. If you need to make any adjustments, if you're noticing you need to have a little bit of a lift in the sit bones, like put a pillow or a blanket or a bolster underneath the sit bones, or you can stay exactly where you are. So coming to seated, and just noticing again sensation through the spine, the muscles coming off of the spine. And this is just a really nice practice, bringing that connection to each vertebra, from like the head all the way down to the tailbone, which also taps into the hips and the pelvis, and even the legs with some of these movements that we'll be doing. So there are going to be 4 rounds. We're going to be doing 4 different positions of our body while doing a cat and cow. Okay, we're going to do 3 sets per round. Okay, so here we go. Just allow those shoulders to release down. I'm going to move into a cat. So tucking my tailbone, rounding my spine, bringing the chin towards the chest to what feels comfortable. Pause. Now arching. I'm moving my pelvis first, arching the spine, bringing my shoulders back. I'm not kinking my neck back. I'm kind of leaving it more in line with the spine, just with what my neck is looking for. 2 more. Round. And then arch. One more. On this round, maybe move in thirds, feeling more connection on how the muscles are moving with each little adjustment going into cat. So I'm going to just slowly move here. Pause. A little bit more. Pause. And a little bit more. Pause. And then same thing coming into my cow. Just moving slowly in increments. Then come back to center. We're going to move now onto our bellies for the second round. You're going to come up onto your forearms. Legs are nice and relaxed. And we're going to move through our cat and cow in this position. Okay? So I'm going to round everything in. It's like my pelvis kind of wants to lift off the mat. And then arching. Nice and slow. 2 more. Round. And arch. One more. Round. And arch. Just going to come slowly down for a couple of breaths. For the third round, we're going to come onto our backs, but propping ourselves up onto the forearms, as if we're like hanging at the beach, looking at the water. So coming onto our backs. Here's my forearms. Neck is nice and neutral. I'm not straining the muscles in my neck. Actually, I have a little bit of a lift through my occiput, which is the base of the skull that meets the spine. So here we go. I'm going to round it all in. And then push through my forearms, open up the heart. I'm not going to kink my neck back too far just because I know for myself it's not an option. 2 more. Round. Arch. One more. Round. And arch. I'm going to slowly extend my arms alongside the body, bring myself down. Just pause for a couple of breaths. Just moving to the last one. I'm going to make my way to seated again, but I'm just going to take my time, turn onto my side, come up, and then coming to sitting on my heels because that is available to me. If this is not available, maybe sitting on a chair, going back to seated on your sit bones, maybe legs extended out in front of you, just so you have a fourth option on how the spine moves with a different position of the legs. So hands are just resting on the thighs. I'm going to inhale. Exhale, round it all in. Inhale to cow. About 2 more. Round. I noticed it on my first round of cows. I really definitely do have some sensory motor amnesia happening in my lower back on the right side. It's pretty tender the last couple of days. Coming into my cow. And one more. If I experience those bumps again, I'm just going to kind of, right here. It's almost like I'm hitting, when your foot scuffs on the floor and it's a little bumpy. And then I'm just going to kind of play around with this, do a little bit of means whereby. And fully round. And then come back up slowly. Let's do 3 breaths. Inhale. Through the mouth, let it go. Breath in. Breath out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Thank you so much for joining me today. Beautiful little meditation, Ajna meditation, and then also a beautiful somatic movement flow, giving some lovely TLC to the back, the shoulders, the neck, the hips, the pelvis. Yeah, we did a little bit in that last one. Have a fantastic day, fantastic week, fantastic month, and join me tomorrow for day 14. Have a good one.